At this time I broke up with my other lover. If it is called breaking up, I don't think it can be said like that, because both she and I have no commitment and only understand each other. In this situation I am truly heartbroken, like someone who has fallen in love. And my wife faithfully accompanies, listens to my outpouring about it, even though I know my wife's heart is very hurt. My other lover and I also broke up because of the contribution of my wife, who fought to end my relationship with my other lover. I don't know why, even though my wife is as great as that, I still can't love my wife like at the beginning of our marriage. So the story is, at the end of 2018, I had a close relationship with a co-worker at the office because of the demands of my job at that time. Then my co-workers and I were almost always together. Incidentally, my relationship with my wife that year was not harmonious. And my co-workers are present in the office with all the charm, very frequent interactions. Finally, in my heart, the seeds of love for my co-workers sprout in my heart. Over time my relationship with my wife gradually became more harmonious. We still lived in the same house, but the love for my wife faded. I'm even more enthusiastic about the office because it's more fun there, and I really want to reach the need to be appreciated, give love and need to be accepted. My co-workers and I were never around commitment, never expressed affection for each other, never knew each other's true hearts. But from the interactions that I can read, my co-workers and I strengthen each other, protect each other, and are very compact interactions than just co-workers. Sometimes I also wonder if I am too confident. Then there's the feeling that I'm actually this was a mistake, and then I started to withdraw. Plus, because of the coronavirus and work-at-home programs, my meetings with co-workers became less and less frequent. But maybe because it's so close, it's really hard to let go at all. Back in August that time, actually I had tried to separate myself by choosing a job completely different from my co-workers, to reduce interaction with her, but that feeling never really died. My longing might be deeper. My relationship with my wife is a little better. She's changed more, although I remain indifferent, until in between our conversations she asks, "Did you have an affair with your coworker?" Then jokingly I answered, "Yes, with my close friend on that one." That night my wife checked my cell phone, which I never locked. At first it was normal until she read my chat messages and my coworkers in 2019, which, although there were no romantic words, the contents of the chat described how much I love my coworkers more than my wife. At the same time, obviously my wife was devastated. Then she and I fought, then reconciled, then fought again, but my wife was still able to think logically not to stay away from me. My wife and I's confusion then led her to decide to meet my coworker, not to fight, but to find out who had filled my heart as her husband. I worry if there is a fight there, but my wife can be mature and understand my coworker and embrace but still advise if my coworker is still in the wrong position. And miraculously my coworker could understand, even though I knew she was the kind of person who likes to go against someone's opinion. And finally she committed to stay away from me. My heart suddenly felt relieved, suddenly empty. It felt like the people who had long decorated my days just disappeared. My cell phone number was immediately blocked by my coworkers. There was a kind of heartbreak, even though I knew it was the right way and should happen, and the way best, of course. In this strange situation, my wife now always accompanies my days, listening to me vent in my broken heart, including reminiscing about the beautiful year 2019 with my coworkers, which turns out my wife only found out after she read the chat on my cell phone, including my complaint now that I feel lonely in the office. My wife sincerely began to improve herself, then her appearance and attitude towards me. but somehow I can't love my wife 100% yet, like a kind of void in my heart that was once filled by my coworker. I am grateful to be saved from a bigger mistake, but I am also confused why my heart is so hard to love my wife again, even though my wife is better and prettier too. I'm confused, admin. I need tips so I can love my wife again, who is warm and sincere like before.